Well, hello and welcome back. This is a very weird time and place to be starting a video. But basically, tell me you have a gardening problem without telling me you have a gardening problem. I have just finished work. For those of you who don't know, I actually have like a non-content creation job, and so I've just actually finished work, and you can see by the sky there the sun is setting, and I have just come to the garden centre. I have got a bee in my bonnet about trying to get that patio project finished, as well as some stuff in the orchard. I might have a very exciting delivery coming in this video, so hopefully it arrives and we can unbox it together. But it is getting late, so let's head into the garden centre really quickly and pick up the bits and pieces I need. The one benefit of coming to the garden centre at this time is that it is quiet. There is no one here, which is lovely. But unfortunately, they do have the sprinklers on, so that is unfortunate. Okay, they had the gorgeous white dwarf delphiniums, but they also had them in the blue. How gorgeous are they? I got 3 of those. Now I wanted to get some French marigolds to underplant the citrus. I'll explain more when we get home and we plant them up. But they do have a few in stock, so I'm going to grab these as well. Okay, so the other thing that I want is the rosemary Tuscan blue. I'm going to plant these in the pots instead of the arborvitae. I think they're going to be a lot hardier and just really better value for money there. So I'm going to pick up 4 of these. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do was get some of these really large whiskey barrels. They're like an actual hardwood whiskey barrel for the blueberries. I think they need to be potted up to the next size. I've got them in a small one at the moment, but I think this is going to be so much better for them as they get bigger. This size here is $74, which isn't super cheap. I'm debating whether to get them today. It's something they've got in stock, so maybe I could get that another time. Okay, I have my little evening loot of plants just before they all sell out. I might leave the whiskey barrels until next time, but let's head home now. Oh, well, good morning. We have a stunning day today. Absolutely spectacular. The wall of trumpet vine is looking magnificent. It is clearly the next day from where I spoke to you last when I had my evening run at the garden centre. Pip and I, so Pip is still here, I'm still watching her for her family. And we're just outside having a bit of a bathroom break and enjoying some sun. Look how pretty these roses are. Oh, she's covered in buds. Oh, the smell too. Oh, beautiful. This one smells gorgeous. Some of the mini roses that I have a scent and some don't, but these ones definitely have a scent. Mr. Bumblebee there. Oh wow, look at the... Hello Pip, yes I know, good girl. Just having a little break outside. Had a big tidy up in here. You'll remember that the longevity spinach was hanging out everywhere. Everything's had a good tidy up. Oh, wow, look at the rosemary flowers. So this is, I bought 4 of the Tuscan blue rosemary. This is it here. This is a Tuscan blue rosemary. Doing very well. And the back of the label does say that after it finishes flowering, you can cut it back to try and keep that sort of tidy habit. So we might do that with this one. After it's finished, give it a good prune back. This particular one isn't for ornamental purposes. It is for actually harvesting rosemary. So, oh my gosh. Look at the leeks. Is that leeks? I don't recall planting that many leeks. Goodness me. That's this here, they're leeks. The garlic's doing really well. Very pleased with that. And then, look at this hydrangea. So this is a type of hydrangea, but look at the flower on it. Look how big those flower blooms are. How interesting. That is very different to the ornamental lace cap hydrangea. I'll show you that one in a moment. But this one still has the pink flowers. And it's got quite the number of little flower heads on it. That's exciting. But let me show you the magnificence that is the oriental lace cap. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And this one here is the most complete flower at the moment. You can see she's got all flower heads coming. Like, look at this one down here with the little blushes of pink on some of the petals. But, like, these are all flower heads here. We've got more coming. She's just completely covered in blooms. I mean, obviously, it's a type of hydrangea, so every single year she just gets better and better. But I did want to really quickly just show you. Look how well these are doing. Oh, the colour doesn't even, the camera doesn't do it justice. The pink and the white combination here. So these are double impatiens. And as I said, we've got the mix of the pink and the white, which is really pretty. Hydrangea's doing well. All right, Pip is signaling that she is ready to go inside. So I'm going to head in. And then the other thing that we need to do today, I don't know if I'm going to get to the planting. I've got so many plants at the moment to plant in. So I don't know if I'm going to get to all the planting today, but what I do want to do is kind of just sort out the plants that I have, and then the ones that we purchased together last night, I want to get them into trays. So they're sort of comfortable if it takes me a day or two to get them in. Little Miss Pippa. All right, let's head inside. I'm just doing a little bit of work and then we'll pop back out maybe around lunchtime and sort all the trays. I was just walking back inside and spotted this rose. Look at that. That's a mini rose, but in the apricot colour. Wow. So, admin is kind of done for today. And I really just need to get these pots that I got last night in saucers. And in case you've not seen me do this before or you're new to the channel, I thought I would just explain my process. So these are not the plants from yesterday. These are the ones last week. I'm pretty sure these are all from last week. So basically, if I go to, excuse me, Pip, if I go to a garden centre and, oh, hello Pippy, yes, I know, little Pipperino, and I see plants that I love and I want to get, I just purchase them at that point. And then if the space that they need to go in, like their final sort of space, isn't ready yet, oh yes, it's all the cuddles, yes. What was I saying? If the space isn't ready yet, or I don't have time to plant, so I bought all of these last week, and you would, I mean, we did a massive amount of planting last week on the front patio for that project, but not all of them went in. So if you watch that video, you'll know that. And that was basically Sunday, and then I've been at work for most of the week. So I've not had another opportunity to kind of get back around to planting. Yes, I know, Pippa, I know. Oops. Yes, I know, I'm here. It's freezing today. I've got my big bathrobe on because it's absolutely Arctic. Yes, I know, good girl. Oh gosh, sorry. The dog's super distracting. Where was I? In any event, I've completely lost my train of thought there. When I don't have the opportunity to plant, so that the plants stay healthy, I basically put them in saucers. So this might also happen if I'm going away on holidays for a long period of time. I'll put pots in similar situations. So basically, this is just your normal run-of-the-mill plant saucer that you would normally sit underneath a pot. But Pip is modelling it there. Good girl, yes, I know, but you're here, over here. Come over here. No. Oh gosh. Any hands that are low, she's there. She's like to be touched constantly. And you can kind of see here, hopefully you can kind of make it out, there's water in there. So basically all I do is then place a small amount of water in the saucer, and then the pot kind of just sits in there, and then it can kind of self-water, and it just sort of keeps them happy. I can probably get like, I'd say maybe a month or two out of this process. And the plants stay really good. These ones are on the ground because I do tend to like a little bit more sun. And I kind of just monitor that as I go. So the lavender is currently in water at the moment, but what you'll find is tomorrow I'll probably take them out of the water and just pop them here, because lavender doesn't like a lot of water, but I don't want them to struggle. So all of these are plants that need to go in. I pretty much know where most of these things are going. I can see there's a little bit of room there on that saucer. So if we come over here, these are all the plants that I purchased yesterday, as well as those few just on there. So I'm just going to spend, oh, look at these. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to spend just maybe 10 minutes getting them into saucers so that they're happy. Wow, that's gorgeous. They are the like dwarf delphinium. So I've got the white, but then they also have these gorgeous like blue, and you can see these buds here. I'm wondering if they'll come out the same color. These ones here are open as well. Anywho, so I've got maybe 10 minutes to do this before the lunch buzzer goes. I'm going to get these in, get this all sorted. Oh, and also an exciting news. I have had notification today that my delivery for the garden is on its way. I am super excited, and it will bring us one step closer to finishing this patio project, and I think it's going to look awesome. Anyway, before I get distracted again, let me get these all in and then I'll show you what the end result is. So 2 additional trays added. As you can see, I've also managed to squeeze some in around the other trays. And just again, if you're new to the channel, this is kind of like the little plant nursery area. They are hydrangeas that are very slowly, with a lot of care, starting to come back. You can kind of see all the little buds on there. So hopefully in the coming months they will do really well. And then this one here is from a cutting, so I'm just trying to see if I can get that to grow. And that was the dinner bell, if you heard that. Not dinner, but my lunch bell. So yeah, that's just from a cutting. So that's why they're looking a little bit sad. This is the extra care section of my garden. The aloe vera though, that's an aloe vera plant here that's got the flowers on it. It is doing amazingly well. Anywho, so as I was saying, pots are there, and then I just fill them up with a little bit of water, and then they can self-drink whenever they need to. My intention is to get this stuff in over the next sort of day or two, hopefully. Pending the weather holding, to be honest. At the moment, they are forecasting a heap of raining for the next couple of days, so we shall wait and see. But task complete. God, we had a gorgeous sunset. Just out with Pippa after she's had dinner. There you go, you can see her down there. We're just having a little evening stroll around the garden. Oh, it has been a busy day. Lots and lots of admin and computer work. But almost done. I've just popped my dinner in the oven. Pippa, you have eaten. And yeah, gosh, that sunset. Really pretty today. No rain, they did say rain. But it didn't happen. So hopefully we've got another gorgeous day tomorrow. Anywho, I'm gonna wander around with little Pippa, stretch our legs a little bit, shake off the computer work, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Good morning. Look what has arrived. I'm so excited. Pippi, are you excited? Yes, you're excited too? Live plants. Now, as excited as I am, I have actually ordered plants online before, and so I have learnt my lesson. Do not open the box inside. So I brought it out here into the little garden nursery area. I got the notification like 6 o'clock this morning that it was being delivered. Oh, I'm just very, very excited about this. There are other plants I actually have on my wish list, so there may be a few other very interesting plant deliveries over the next sort of, I'm fingers crossed, over the next sort of month or so. Hopefully they'll come in stock and I can get them in and situated before spring. But oh, I'm so excited. All right, I'm going to just work out how to open this box first, and then we are going to completely unbox it together and have a look at it. And they might just need a little bit of care. I know normally when you get plants delivered in a box like this, you're not supposed to plant them straight away. You need to kind of do what I've done here, put them in a tray with the water at the bottom to let them rehydrate and settle for a moment before you actually plant them out. But before we get into this, can I just say, how gorgeous is this little array of plants looking? Like, look at these, the blue and the white. So they're the same variety, just 2 different colors. And then I've got a lighter color over there in the back. Can you kind of just hear? Oh, it's looking gorgeous. So much color at this time of year. Lavender's looking really pretty. Oh, we have so much exciting stuff coming. So much exciting stuff. So box is open. I have to say, I find it remarkable that you are able to order plants online. What a time to be alive. Little hint there as to what is in here. In positive news, they've definitely packaged them really well. It's been super difficult to get out. So hopefully we're almost there. They've like sticky taped it all together. That took a considerable amount of time to get out of those boxes. They had packaged them so well, which is what you want. Now, let's go through them one at a time because this is a very exciting moment. So the first little one here, we'll do this one. You can see here, so this is its little support trellis for transport. And then they've got, I might take this off actually. That's like your root stock. And then they've grafting. This is your grafting point here. And so this here is a seedless mandarin. So I do already have a mandarin in the orchard. I've got one there, but this one is an additional And my intention is to grow this as almost like an ornamental on the front patio. I've got an idea of the pots that I want there. Small, compact, flying dragon stock, full sun, mulch around the tree, fertilize. I'm so excited. The other citrus, the other one of these I've got, has done really well. So I'm hopeful that this will like its new home. And what I think we'll eventually do, not now obviously because there'll be the shock of transport, but we'll probably kind of take off a few of these lower leaves and then kind of have it sort of start from like around here and then kind of bush out of the top with the mandarins there and kind of keep the bottom a little bit bare, and then we'll underplant. So I've got this mandarin here, and there is currently a Washington navel dwarf citrus tree, a seedless orange tree in the orchard that needs to be moved. I'm just going to kind of refine the layout of the orchard a little bit, and that will be a project that we do in the coming weeks together. But I'm desperate to finish the front patio project first. So the orange that's currently in the, well, one of the oranges that's in the orchard is actually also going to move potentially to the front patio. And then I'll have an orange and a seedless mandarin out there on the front patio. I think they're going to add some really pretty height. They get about 1.5 to 2 meters. I think the height will be really nice. I think it'll add interest. And then obviously when they flower, they are gorgeous in flower. And we might be able to get some fruit. I'd say maybe in a year or two. They do tend to take a little while to settle in before they start fruiting. You can see Pip over there sunning herself in the patches of sun that are coming through. They forecast rain from this afternoon, so soaking up the sunshine while we can. I'm so excited. These are quite difficult to find, these particular seedless mandarin and the dwarf size. I have, as you all know, a very much a cottage garden, so it's not massive. I don't have acres. I sort of have a bit of a micro orchard, and so all of my trees tend to be that smaller size. But that was my first plant, so over the moon with that. I cannot wait to see how it looks on the patio. Then if I just scooch this a little bit. Now, this is an incredibly exciting delivery. So, as you can see, it is a raspberry. It is an Autumn Bliss Raspberry. And it's Autumn Bliss because it's autumn fruiting. Now, what makes this so exciting is I live in a subtropical gardening zone. So traditional raspberries, I actually can't grow them here. I can't get fruit. Traditional raspberries require a certain amount of chill hours, and because I'm subtropical, I just don't get that. I do have a Atherton raspberry in the orchard that is a native raspberry, and it's doing really well. I've got fruit on it at the moment, and they're actually starting to go yellow, so we'll definitely be doing a bit of a raspberry harvest in, I'd say maybe another 2 weeks. They should be right. But what makes this so unbelievably exciting is it is a traditional raspberry, but it's a low chill variety. So I've never grown like traditional raspberries before. I am really, really excited. And obviously you can see, so this here is the support. This is the raspberry cane here. And it's just sort of, it's actually coming out of winter dormancy. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Can you see? It's got buds. If I can get the camera. Can you kind of see? Oh, sorry, it's not gonna. But there's all buds all over. And like even down here on this little branch here. Oh my gosh, it's already got its buds. So it will hopefully in spring. Apparently it's a really fast grower, so it should shoot out a lot of new growth in spring, and then it flowers and fruits on the new growth, which will be really good. And it should make it really easy to maintain because it flowers and fruits on new growth. That basically means every year in sort of winter, once it drops its leaves, I can give it a really hard sort of prune back, and then it will come with all of its new shoots. And then it's a full sun part shade, gets up to 2 meters, 1.5 wide, mulch well. It's deciduous, easily grown in home gardens, delicious fruit, packed with vitamin C, manganese, autumn fruiting, producing small to medium attractive firm berries. Good flavour. Autumn Bliss will begin fruiting in February and will continue to produce over a 3-month period. So exciting. Sunny to partly shaded. So that is my exciting delivery for this week. I'm really, I cannot wait. Cannot wait to get them in the ground. I cannot wait to hopefully get fruit from this one and compare it to the Atherton raspberry, the native raspberry, and see if there's like a different, I mean, there will be a difference in taste, but whether one's nicer than the other, or I'm not sure. So we'll have to wait and see. Yay! All right, I'm going to go and get some trays, and then I'm going to fill up the trays with some water, and I'm going to pop both of these in a water tray just so they can kind of rehydrate after transport. And then I'd say we're not going to be getting any gardening done today because if I turn around, I'll take you out there, you'll see the sky. It is about to absolutely bucket down. It is super, super windy, very, very cold for us today. I also thought, I was just walking those boxes out to the bin, I would give you a bit of an update on how this is all looking. I don't know if you can hear the wind. As I said, it is blowing a gale. So it's been about a week, but everything is looking good, like healthy. I'm going to water it this afternoon. If I don't get rain today, I'll water it this afternoon. But I really want to get a topsoil and a mulch on top of this. So maybe we'll try and do that, as well as get the orange moved and get the mandarin all situated. But looking very nice. This is the cloud situation currently. So yeah, definitely not a gardening day. It is a cozy cups of tea and blanket kind of day. Except for me, I'm doing admin today from home. And so I thought what we might end up doing is putting like an orange, like moving this pot over a little bit and then putting the orange tree maybe here, or even like moving this down a little bit and maybe putting the orange tree next to it. Although I do want to keep a pathway here. I might have to think about that. And then I thought we'd do like the mandarin potentially over this side, or we might do both of them together in the middle, not right next to each other, but maybe sort of side by side here could be really nice. And I want to put them in wooden barrel pots. I think that'll be a really nice contrast with all the concrete and that. And then, because what I'm going to do is keep this area here free, I want to get some stepping stones through here and do like a little walkway. So this will get moved, and then do like maybe 3 stepping stones here down, because that's like a step down here, down through there. And then that way I can kind of like plant up a little bit in this corner here. And then I want to finish planting up all through here. So some of those plants that you can see at the back will be for this area. That hydrangea is doing really well. So it'll obviously fill in this area in the long term. But all very exciting plans to come. So they are in. They've got their water in there, and then hopefully they will rehydrate. And that is basically my morning tea break done. I'm working from home today, so I'm going to head back in and get back at it. Oh, I'm so excited that they came. Well, it is certainly a rainy, cozy day. It's the next day since I spoke to you, and it has been bucketing since about 9 o'clock last night. It's very cold. Pippa and I are all snuggled up, and honestly, I'm about to grab my shower and get in my cozies and kind of just hunker down for the rest of today. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of, well, not better weather, but blue skies tomorrow so I can get some gardening done. I mean, this rain is so good for the garden. I'm sure it is, loving it.